When we started this, we didn't have a huge business, but we had huge influence with a few people.
I can remember many Christmases and Thanksgivings and other times where we were doing even just small gestures like bringing Christmas trees and presents to families in the area.
It was impromptu. You don't have to plan everything. It doesn't have to have a brochure and a logo. Bring stuff, good stuff that you have, and we'll go give it out in neighborhoods, which is what we did. And we dragged our kids, trying to teach them you have and some don't.
The more we began to acquire, the more we began to pursue success, the more we felt like there needed to be balance, because real success isn't just about how much you can get. It had to be about significance as well as success. It had to be about purpose. It had to be about making a difference in people's lives. I think a lot of this we got from being around Rich and Jay. I mean, they were generous.
They have chosen to look at it almost more entrepreneurially. They've said, how can we not only give, but how can we multiply our giving?
Now we have a whole organization that has come alongside Network 21. It's called Network of Caring. And we have a full-time staff member and does nothing but try to figure out how to make the most of the generosity that comes in.
And Network of Caring exists to bring together those who have the need for help with those who have the need to help. Now this is multiplying around the world, and in some very wonderful ways it's almost getting out of control because we have people all over the world now who want to be a part of Network of Caring.
Well, through Jim and Nancy, they gave us resources, finances to be able to purchase these chairs where we can refurbish them and donate them to young kids to play wheelchair soccer and change their lives forever.
It wasn't about the sport. It was about what it did to them when they competed and when they were in fellowship. And we saw what it did for our son, and we realized it would do that for many other people. We've started teams literally in many countries around the world, in Europe and in Asia, in Australia. We've encouraged that sport to grow, and it's become a global thing now with hundreds of people playing.
We usually donate between 25, 30 a year where we can refurbish them. So we're real grateful to have Jim and Nancy and have their vision and their heart to be able to do this program for them.
Read about it in Reader's Digest. And this engineer had figured out how to deliver a wheelchair for like $50, $60. I thought, well, that can change a life. Anybody can afford $50 or $60. So we began to talk to our group about getting a chair, or maybe getting a container of chairs.
To go there, to actually be in Africa, when they were putting the chairs together and distributing them was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. And I can remember this one gentleman. He had these bandages on both his hands, his knees, and his feet, the tops of his feet, because he had been crawling, everywhere he had to get for basically his whole life. I mean, to our knowledge, he had never had a wheelchair.
And now thousands and thousands of chairs are being delivered in Africa, Ukraine, and parts of Asia. And the World Vision came along some 20 years ago and encouraged us to pick out a particular village in Africa. And that was a powerful example to us because I think originally there were 6,000 orphans in that village. We sponsored them all through people in our group, ended up building schools and I think improving or building hospitals and wells and all the things that you do to change people's lives. Well, that was all done because a group of people all were willing to give a little bit of money per month to do it. And then that moved around the world to where today I think they tell us we're the largest corporate sponsor of children that World Vision's ever had. And we continue to do that to the tune of some $30, $40 million so far that's been given. Now we see it beginning to duplicate. Leaders are coming up with their own ideas.
We're able to impact many more people than they would have had they just tried to do it themselves.
They have planted seeds that have encouraged and led other leaders to do great things.
It's the little things that are done that we don't even know about. That's what excites me. I think there's hundreds, thousands of things that are being done every day because of the mindset, and we don't get those reported back.
My goal is to get those listening to go do something. 10 people. Organize them and do something.
That's what makes life matter. That's what makes life significant, have purpose, have meaning.